Hi everyone, welcome to Dude and Little Dude Reviews. My name is Alex and with me I have Roman. We've scoured our local valley area and we're bringing to you some of our interesting finds. We hope you enjoy it. So we're going to go ahead and continue Nickelodeon's Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Wanted, Bebop and Rocksteady. This is going to be 80s Leonardo. This is part of Nickelodeon's 3-episode series that was recently released on DVD. We don't specifically recall seeing Leonardo in a trench coat and hat briefcase, but definitely you'll check out characters like Rocksteady and Bebop as shown here, kind of refabricated into lightly newer gear and definitely repainted for the toy series. For those of you who are originally fans of the late 80s, early 90s TMNT, you'll definitely appreciate the throwback that they do here for the trench coat and hat on the Leo figure, as it definitely reminds me of Raphael back in the TMNT 1990 movie. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started and open the figure. So right away, just like everything else, you can see that there's a little bit of a bio. I won't read it, but you guys can check it out. We're going to go ahead and turn it around. You can see that Leo does come with a briefcase, the hat, the two Kurosawas, or katanas, and pretty much he looks like a very standard Leonardo figure. So if you've already been watching some of my reviews, you notice that the little dude doesn't play with the figures as much. He's really excited about this Leonardo though. I think what he really enjoys are the accessories, like this hat. You notice right off the bat that the hat does have a little bit of an attachment piece that goes onto the back of Leonardo's bandana. It hooks on pretty neatly and tightly there. But again, that's something that I wish Playmates Toys would continue to do, or maybe even do a little bit more. Even though it might cost a little bit more, that's what made the original toy line series from the 1987 cartoons so memorable. They were brightly colored, very colorful, a lot of multicolors, and not only that, it was literally just packed with a lot of fun things. So here you can see that Leo again does come with a briefcase, but I mean, what kid is going to have an enjoyment out of a briefcase? This briefcase, which I'll show you here in a second, it's made of a soft plastic. It's not exactly a solid hard piece, but what we really wished it would do is I hoped it would open so you can actually fit maybe some of the original 2012 basic figures accessories like the ninja stars and whatnot, maybe put that into the briefcase, but no, this is pretty much just a solid piece, and this is pretty much everything you're gonna get. It's Leonardo in the trench coat. He does have a scabbard on the back where he can hold his two katanas. So again, as you can see by design, it fits perfectly in the jacket. Now, to take a look at the arms here, they don't move at the elbows, they do move at the shoulder joints though. It's kind of like the pivot socket, it can rotate around and go up and down. The only thing that does move on the arm aside from the shoulders are the wrists. So you can see that they just swivel. They don't do anything else except for that. The head, you can see, does move around. It's limited though, again, maybe because of the accessory of the trench coat itself, but it is on that ball socket. Just like most of the traditional basic 2012 TMNT figures, it's all on the ball socket for the most part. And here you can also take a look at Leo's trench coat. You can see that there's not really much you can do from the point of trying to take it out. The arms are pretty much solid in. I don't think it was intended to be taken apart, but I did anyways for the sake of the video, and it was the struggle, so I kind of skipped through that big struggle and I just wanted to show you this is what it looks like without the trench coat. I guess the easier way to do it is, if some of you have already done it already and maybe I just didn't catch on to it while I was doing this video, you can literally just lift Leo's arms up, straight up, and then just try to slowly work the jacket off. Of course, you have to take the head off, but if you lift the arms straight up, you can slowly take that jacket off little by little. It's a bit of a stretch again. I kind of felt like I was about to break it, but it seemed to just move out decently. So it's interesting because it's a pain in the butt to try to get this off, but yet there's the accessory, which you can see that Leo has that attached, you know, the belt and sash over his shoulder and across the shell. And that's definitely a separate piece. That's not a molded, sculpted piece to it. The hat right here does clip on to the back of the bandana on the little knot on the back of his head. And so you can see here he's pretty much he resembles pretty much the basic figure Leonardo that we were accustomed to for the 2012 figure. There are very small differences in the sculpting, which I'll show you a good comparison here. So here is the original. This is the first release 2012 basic figure Leonardo I got my hands on. Even though they're very similar, the head sculpts are slightly different. You can tell not only by the coloration, but like physically the sculpt of the face is a little bit different. At least to me it seems noticeably different. Of course the arms are a little bit different, but the shell, the body for the most part is pretty much the same except for the color on it. The accessories are the exact same, so you can see the Kurosawas or katanas. Here are the same shape, the same color, the scabbard as well as pretty much the same. The only big difference, aside from the arms of course, but the only big difference from the arms and maybe a little bit of the resemblance from the head are the legs. So here I just wanted to show you, here's the comparison between the basic figure and the new 80s Leonardo. So pretty much the same. I don't know, maybe it's the video, it might have some slight color difference, but not by much really. It's not really that noticeable. Here I'm putting back the Kurosawas. You can see that they're pretty much the same fit. They fit into the basic figure Leo as well, so they're interchangeable. It's again the same exact accessory. The only difference, of course, is I do like Leo's flexibility from the basic figures. I did notice that the toes are different, so there's another variation of a difference of the basic figure and the 80s Leonardo. So they didn't exactly take this 80s Leonardo and replicate it and just add some other features, but I do feel like maybe they grabbed some features from other Leo figures or the TMNT basic molds and just put on the feet for that one. So that probably was from a later generation Leonardo, you know, when they kind of do like their more spin-off figures just to kind of resell more items, more products. So again, the basic Leonardo from the 2012 and the one that we just recently got in 2017, the 80s Leonardo from Wanted, Bebop and Rocksteady cartoon. Now, I don't recall seeing this particular Leonardo in the cartoon. I might have skipped it. I did buy the video recently, and I'll kind of show that in the next video that I'm going to have. And apologies again, because I know that it's been a while since I've been able to release another video. It's just been very hectic with all the things that have been going on, and I'll explain that a little bit later. But here again, you can see that the accessories are interchangeable. I decided to go ahead and put a hat on the basic figure Leonardo from 2012. It fits perfectly fine, but again, it's more suited to the Leonardo who wears the trench coat. So this pretty much concludes our review of Nickelodeon's Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Wanted, Bebop and Rocksteady, 80s Leonardo. So definitely a great throwback to the early 90s movie of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for those of you who remember Raph, who wore the trench coat and hat when he went out in disguise in public. So kind of a fun, nostalgic gimmick. Obviously, we do know for those of us who grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, we know that Playmates Toys always kind of threw the little gimmick figures out just to generate more income. But hey, you know, is this something that you guys would like to collect, or is this something that you would skip over? Let us know in the comments down below. We want to thank you again for checking out our channel here at Dude and Little Dude's Toy Reviews. We'll see you guys hopefully in the next one.